Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, here on Voice of the Rings, and today we're going to be traveling through a little bit of southern Gondor, and we're going to be going into the Shield Islands today for the finishing up leveling here of my Lord Master. We're almost level 148, so who knows, maybe we can hit 150 in this video today. Oh, I don't know. So the first thing we're going to get started with, there was a time change. So, happy time change, everyone here in North America. At least for a lot of people in America. Except for my Arizonan friends. I know you guys are just like, why is everyone But I'm not sure how many other countries do that in the world. So, you might now see, this is where I normally been doing my streams the last couple weeks at like 11 a.m. my time. So it's going to be 1 hour different if you don't do a time change in your country. So just so you guys know, what I'm starting right now is kind of the generic time I'll be sticking to still. 11 a.m. for me as well. Still, it just works good with the timing. So maybe you like it better. So now we're up an hour. So, or fall back. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So anyway, moving on. We're going to have a fun day today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will continue on in our adventures today. So we're here in Ost-Arndir still, and I'm on my cool little bouncing Oryx mount here. Pretty fun. It's really fun to watch run around. But basically, I'm gonna skip some quests. We're gonna move along here real quick compared to the previous stream. I was doing a lot of them. We're gonna stick straight with just the chapters. Also, this one I don't want in my inventory. Well, technically we did this one the other day. I'll hang on to that one. But we're going to go ahead and travel over to Southern Coast.
Have you come to help?
And just try to finish the chapter as fast as we can. Once we're finished with the chapter, then let me turn my filters on here. I want to go over to Lon Sirion. I believe is where I have to be for the quest. Yes, it's on the other side of Lon Sirion. So we will go there with a swift travel, and we'll ride over. Hello! It's an antelope! Yes, it is a type of antelope. It's in the family. You are correct, Robert. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Elbin! Wait, Elbin, were you just here when I talked about the time change for the last, 2 minutes? Or did you just hop in the stream? I just talked about it. I just said that we had a time change, so for any countries that don't do a time change, just know that my regular time is usually 11 a.m. as I do my stream. I'm now going to be doing it now this time that this one started. All right? And then I said happy time change to everyone except for my Arizonan friends who don't do that now. Which is probably nice. In fact, my friend Night Chaos, which you all know, I actually prefer, I live in Southern California area, right on the west coast of North America, for those who might want the geography. I prefer the time being up, so now that we went back, I prefer the time being where I'm at the same time as Mountain Time, which is Arizona and Nevada and stuff, because a lot of people I know are in those other states too. There's a lot of people that all go back and forth between those states, so it's kind of nice when we're all in the same time. So I told that KS, I was like, hey, we did our time change. D&D's gonna be an hour later for you. And he's like, oh, not again. It's just weird, let's laugh it. Yell it. All right, here we go for Lord Kev. Baruch Hazad, Kuzad I menu. There you go. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears. But thank you for the super chat, Lord Kev. So, YouTube added a little thing there that's called goals or whatever, and I thought I'd use it for fun. So we did a very conservative goal, 1 super chat of any level. Thank you, Lord Kev. Lord Kev blew it away! And also now we have a very cool blue room, so thank you, my friend. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go to do this chapter. It should be down here, it says. Also, look at how beautiful that ocean looks from here. That's kind of cool. Maybe not quite as beautiful as the real thing that I look at all the time, but it's still pretty for a game. All right, let's see here. Yes, I was replying to it. Oh, got it, Elvin. So you were here. You are a ninja. Elbin was here and ready right when it started. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate it. There's like 5 or 6 of you just... Oh, there's 15 of us now. But there's like 6 or 7 of you already here before the stream even started. So I'm impressed that you guys were all here. So here's the next question for everyone, and I won't talk about it anymore. Did we gain an hour or lose an hour? I always forget because it's fallback. So we gain an hour, right? In actual time to sleep, I mean. Because if we lose an hour, I'm going to laugh, because I feel great right now. All right, we look for a ship. The hazy sky over the water hides from your sight any retreating ships. All right, do we need to go to a different spot? Different spot, all right. We go along the shore. Yeah, exactly. Extra hour. Okay, all right. Sounds good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cause my old clock was like, I looked at my old clock and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm an hour late. I was like, oh wait, no. Okay, we're fine. It's like having nightmares. All right. Oh, here's someone. Who's this guy? Arandils. Wait, no. What's his name? Arasdil. It's an interesting name, sir.
Fleeing Corsair ships? No, I've not seen anything of that sort today.
Fleeing Corsair ships? No, I have not seen anything of that sort today, for I have only just arrived from Melgulbus. You say they would be coming down the river? Doubtless these are not the tidings you need, but I did see your ship going upriver a few days ago. From hiding, I watched their crew come ashore, bearing torches and shouting commands. They visited the Haunted Grove to the southwest. Foolish idea, of course. That's a place decent folk don't go, and still haven't. Who would have counted Corsair decent after all? Anyway, they were inside for just a quarter of an hour or so, and then they emerged. They reboarded their ship and sailed up the river. I told the town guard back home, so do not think I haven't done any my share. But I am just a fisherman, and even the guardsmen knew better than to get mixed up with 2 ships of Corsair raiders. You think they might keep a secret store of goods or weapons in that grove? Strandennen it is called, and I tell you again, it is haunted. You won't see me creeping about in there, and if you're more wisdom than foolish courage, you won't go either. Good day to you. Well, unfortunately, we have got lots and lots of courage. I mean, foolishness. So here we go. We're going on the grove. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the stream. What's up, you guys? Welcome, welcome. So our goals today, for everyone who's watching here, throw on some likes if you would. That would be great on the stream. I appreciate it. And our goal is, apparently I've hit a wall here. We are going to try to get this character level 150, at least 149. Okay, that's at least 149. Now, I realized I have some level boosters for my other characters, so I'm going to put my Runekeeper to 150 because he was my other main that I was going to start leveling next. And with the new expansion, they were kind enough to give everyone a 150 boost, even if you buy just the generic version of the expansion. So I think that was a very cool thing they did. I still think that that's really nice that they do that for just for the expansion, because they don't want it where people can just level up every character they own, but they want to make it where, like, if you're that, someone you're just really busy right then, and you can't play right that very second, well, now you can get your character up there real quick, and still be able to play with your friends and start doing gearing. Because what really takes a long time in LOTRO is, I will tell you that I think questing is a really good part of LOTRO, so I don't think you should just rush to the end game. I think that the journey is really important in this game, especially if you've never hit level 150 before. But if you have a level 150, you've done a lot of the stories, and again, hence why I have an entire channel called my LOTRO Tale series that voices over the story, right? I still think it's nice to be able to level your alt character if you're like, well, I also want to have my healer, but I don't have enough time to level 3 characters, or 2 characters. That kind of thing. I think it's a neat thing that they give to everybody too. In the past, the expansions, only the high level versions of the expansions gave you a level boost. Now they give it to everyone. Just goes to show you how standing stones are pretty cool about that. Let's see here. Here's the grove. All right, this is the grove that's supposedly haunted. How do I get down? Zollin doesn't really like cliffs for particular reasons. I fall off said cliffs too often. Let's go this way. All right. Whoop. All right, there seems to be no imminent sign of Corsairs at the grove. Okay. What a pretty little grove. Oh, wow, look at this. You've discovered Tumblr. I remember this part in the story. It's actually pretty cool. Let me catch up real quick. Oh, Hawaii doesn't do the time change either. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. You're right, Albert. The phone stuff automatically changes it. Yeah, except this isn't a phone, so it didn't automatically change it. Except the good news is I use my phone as the alarm, so we're fine. Good for them. Now, how dare they change times? Blame the farmers. I know. Yeah, I'm still over here like, I understand why. I totally get both sides, okay? I get why people don't really want to change it back, like where there's no time change. And I also get why people like it and why people don't like it. I totally get both. Now, personally, my thoughts on it, if we're going to, and I know this is going to be this one's a little out there, right? This is not one of the two regular options. A lot of people are like, well, let's get rid of time change. I'm like, okay, let's get rid of time change, but I want California to be left on mountain time if we do it. Yes, you heard me right. I think we should just leave the West Coast at the same time as mountain time. It just, there, we're done. It's just a lot nicer with the sun, how the sun is and the timing of versus the day, right? Because again, time is kind of, we're the ones that put things to time, right? And technically, though, the sun helps keep that, noon straight up usually. Not always, but usually. Anyway, just a side note. And also, I remember in California, we voted on trying to remove the time zone or whatever a few years ago. And it was like overwhelmingly kept. So it was like, okay, well. But I think that's really because a lot of people like it being brighter later in the evening. Like, because that's one of the reasons I think if we did remove it, that they should keep it on the other one. You're gonna need a level boost because of Morgoth. Yes, Robert. If everyone's jumped off a cliff, the Eastern times are all still a bit meh. I don't get what you mean by the Eastern times, elf friend. Always having to watch the sun revolve around us. They don't really care. Oh, yes. Alright, continuing our story. Ooh, look, a shiny bow. Click. The bow is unusually high quality and is in fine repair. A deep rumbling sound seems to come from all around you. Oh. Oh, yes, it's Leafshade. Hello.
You there.
Ooh.
Small one. You there, small one. Have you come to Tumblr to bring tidings? My friend, Ness, oh my gosh, what kind of name is that? Ness, oh gosh. How do we break this apart? Nestinal Nessorni. There have been many strange happenings of late. There have been many strange happenings of late.
The Ent rumbles. He slowly turns his lead to look past the trees of the grove and falls silent. After a long moment, he seems to realize you are still here. A long, windy sigh escapes from his mouth.
It is most usual for you. So much to happen to the Ents.
He
mumbrums.
Sleepily.
I am called.
He begins, and after a time you realize that the sound rolling out among the twigs and branches of the grove, making them restless, is actually a long name spoken languidly in Old Entish.
Why you call me Lathlum or Leaf Shade?
He continues, his voice little more than a sigh.
That is the bow of my friend Nestina.
Leaf Shade appears.
He left it here.
He's doing the whole thing.
when
Okay.
he went away.
Leafshade appears in no hurry to speak any further, so you ask about the elf bow in the center of his glade.
That is the bow of my friend Stina Nesnorni. He left it here when he went away.
The ant sighs heavily, the breeze of his exhalation rustling the leaves of the trees.
There was a gathering of my folk. What is the word your kind would use? Months? Some months ago, on my return, I came across a dying creature, suffering from poisoned wound. He remained me of an old friend, an elf I once knew, Ferian. She lived among the breaches, sang so beautifully.
Leafshade stands in silence, his story unfinished, and the wonder if you would prompt him to continue.
But you did not know Ferian. No, you would not have.
The lives of ants are measured differently. Months are the blink of an eye or less. I was thinking of Ferian when I carried this wounded creature, this elf, back here to my home. I did not know if he would live. For Ferian, I would try to save him. In time, he did recover his strength. And that is when I named him Nestin Nesorni, which is sapling who is healed, in the words of Ferinin taught to me.
Awaken, Nestina Nesorna.
All right, here's this guy.
Where am I? What happened? I remember marching ranks of orcs. My friends. I have to warn my friends and the defenders of Helm's Deep. But how did I come to be here? Pain. I remember a pain in my side. I think you are going to live after all. I feel so weak. You were pierced by an arrow when I found you. These Burarum, these orcs, they use a deadly poison.
I have to warn my friends. The poison. So dramatic. Sorry, I'm laughing at his pain. I apologize. This is very mean. It wasn't. I mean, it does look very painful, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty painful. All right.
You are of the long-lived ones, like my friend, very gnome, but even poison can bring the elves low. If it is of a bad sort, the poison used by these these orcs, is of a very bad sort indeed. Any other struck by these arrows would have died at once, and never known these was poison to survive. An elf might last a little longer, but without an Entish medicine, you would have perished too. You are lucky. And do not believe in such a thing, but Farron used to speak of it to me. Oh, she did. If I had not seen you on my return journey, you would surely be dead now. You have Farron's luck, little Nestiness Norsnir. You slept for a long time, and will need to sleep longer if you are to be fully healed. Out of the woods yet, rum doom doom. Imagine that, Nestile Nori. Hum hum hum.
Sorry. It's killing my throat.
I have decided to drop you in the sea if you did not survive the poison.
What? That is a joke? I hope that is a joke.
Hum 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 hum.
All right. There's a fun story. I decided to voice that over.
Time passed, but Nestina Nesona could not wait.
So you guys do realize the tie-in, right? Can I explain it real quick for everybody? Just so you don't get confused. This is the character that helped us. He's actually, I think he's a main elf character in Lord of the Rings Online during the Helm's Deep storyline. And he says on his way back, Leafshade went to the Entamut, right? That Treebird called, and they attacked Isengard. So he was probably a part of that. On his way back, he found this elf. So he literally carried this elf. Wounded. Somewhere near Helm's Deep battle. And he passed by after fighting and was heading home. Probably went through the mountains, I would assume. Or unless he went all the way up and around this mountain pass. I don't know. But he found the elf and carried him all the way back to this glade somewhere along this shore. It's a long way. That would have been a funny sight. Giant ent carrying an elf just walking along the path. It's like, what the heck is that? Is he gonna eat him?
You have to go. Have to let me go, Leafshade. My friends need me. Horn, Nona, Grandal, Glawen. I tried to stand and walk, but my body still too weak. You cannot help them, as you are now, my friend. Home. They would fight for me, Leafshade. I am failing them. Rest now, Nestiness Snorni.
Slowly, my friend regained his strength.
What is it, Leafshade?
Something has changed. The air tastes differently.
Wow.
I think a great and distant evil has been defeated.
Not Sauron.
Your name for things are so small. But you may be right. Boom, boom. The natural world sings anew.
My friends, my heart tells me this victory is yours. But did you survive it? Yes, I did. I'm right here, looking at the past in this story. Of course I survived it.
But Nestina Nesorna was still weak on the day strangers came to my home.
Oh. I don't even remember what her voice is, so I'm just going to make it up on the spot right now. Why should we not burn this grove as a message to the folk of Gondor who live in Anfalas? We have set fire to their ships, but the ships come from elsewhere and are manned by crews selected by the Prince of Dol Amroth and by the King, far away in the White City. I say we burn this grove to show they are not safe in their homes. The waves bring us even to their shores, and they are not safe from us. If you do not this, Nesagi, you do it alone. I want no part of it. I have men to burn everything here. I do not need your crew for this, Tathaiti. But I do not forgive you withheld your assistance. Forget you withheld. Excuse me. I beg you to spare this grove and its keeper. Can we not come to an arrangement?
Destiny left with them and sailed away on one of their ships. I did not want to fight, and I am glad I did not to. But I hope my friend is safe. He was not yet fully recovered from his wounds. Could not hope to oppose the people of the ships if it came to fighting.
Leafshade stares at you with half-lidded eyes. He seems nearly ready to fall asleep once again. He's like trying to stay awake to tell me the story. All right.
Yesterday, I saw the ships return.
They sailed south until they disappeared over the horizon.
Leafshade's words rise in intensity until their blooming shakes the branches of the trees of Strangenden.
I hope you will ensure Nested Nesnor is safe.
Leafshade ceases his trumpeting and quite returns once again to Tumblr Link.
He is a friend.
He murmurs.
So many others went away.
You assure Leafshade that you will do what you can to help him, but the Ent says nothing more. Poor guy. All his friends are leaving him. That's so sad. Don't worry, I'll save the elf. He's our friend too. Alright, so now that we finished that part of the story, it's a really well-written freaking storyline, if I do say so myself. What do you guys think? I think that tie-in is really, really well done. So the random end here in southern, near, it's actually Tingist, but it's technically Anfalas, the area. It's like the country. The country of Anfalas. Not that it's a country, it's part of Gondor, so it's not a country, but it's a region. It's a region is what the term is. Alright, so there is a giant, awesome bridge. Look at that view right there. That's pretty awesome, right? Look at that cool giant bridge. And there's like a little port city, a little fishing village down there. Anyway, welcome to the stream for those of you who just joined. I know that most of us have just been hanging out. If you would, guys, if you didn't already throw a like on there, I greatly appreciate it. Because YouTube, whether you're watching this live or as a video later, YouTube really does, I guess what the term would be, reward when you guys push the like button to help the channel. Makes a huge difference. In fact, I feel like almost a little too much difference. But it is pretty nice. So thank you guys. So we're gonna run back and turn in this quest. We're about to level up. So when I turn this quest in right now, we need to talk to King Elisar, aka Aragorn, Ranger of the North. But now he's Elisar, King of Gondor. We're not going that way. Alright. Oh, it's kind of nice that it's dawn in the game here. Interestingly enough, the game time has also been updated to the time change. I just realized. That's funny. The time change has affected the actual game. So normally at around this time, it's just dawn. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Is it an hour different in the game? Oh, you know what? Maybe it didn't affect the game. Maybe there was no time change in Middle Earth. Because it's just dawn and we're 30 minutes in. Usually dawn is right when I'm starting my stream. Well, no, this is about right. 30 minutes into my stream. So I think it did change. At least on my server. So yes, this mount. So basically just, there really isn't any like super big benefit to having a mount except for the fact that in Moria, you can only ride a goat or a pig inside the mines. Otherwise, this one, from what I know so far, doesn't have any benefits like that. Now, I will hold my judgment on that until the new expansion comes out, because it would be interesting if you had some kind of bonus for riding this in, like, the sandstorms or something. I don't know. Or on the sand. But I don't think so. I think it's completely just a cosmetic mount. Instead of a horse, I have an oryx. But that is a really good question. That was a very, very good question. I probably would have thought that same thing, too. If I had, you know, didn't really look at the mount. Because, again, if I look at its abilities, it doesn't say anything about it. It just says the normal speed. Alright. Let me just accept
Could I
this real
speak
quick.
with you a moment?
Yes.
Greetings, friend.
Alright, there we go. Let's see, where is King Elisar? It would be kind of cool if there was some kind of benefit, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to make it like... You only can get this cosmetic mount from buying the Superfan bundle, so if they made some kind of benefit that like felt too strong, then it would feel a little bit pay-to-win-ish. Even though it's not really pay-to-win, because you're not fighting other people, so that's not really... That term means like PvP usually. Oh, whoa, what is going on right now? I was flying. But, yeah, that's a really good question, though. So really the only thing that really matters in Lord of the Rings Online when it comes to mounts is obviously war mounts can only be ridden in certain places, usually past the Rohan expansion, and they're for fighting, right? They can use abilities off the back, which is really cool. That's one kind of mount, and then you have all your regular mounts, and your regular mounts, pretty much the only differences between them is... Here's the mounts real quick, so you can see. So the only differences between any of the mounts is the ones you could ride in Moria are only the goats and the pigs. So like this boar I could ride in Moria, and this goat, and this boar, but the elk and the horses and the little other things, and like, again, my Oryx, the newest type of new mount, they don't really have any necessary benefit, I don't think. They just won't be able to be ridden in Moria, basically. So that's why you have to have a goat or whatever, unless they've changed that, but I don't think they have. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that does make sense. Yeah, because I went up a really weird mountain path. Yeah, that was I just kind of knew that was a spot I could sneak through the mountain, but that's a really good point. I didn't think about that. Lorenzo says that he was saying because I went up that sneaky little mountain path. That's a good point. Yeah, totally. So, unfortunately, it would be cool if it had some bonus to climbing the mountains, but I don't think it does. I just kind of knew that little hidden pass was there, that I could get up it without it having blocking me from being able to climb it.
We have only just arrived at Londkirion. Did you learn where the ships are bound?
Yes, I did. So Nasaki does make the Umbar for Umbar. I was not certain that would be so. It seems she knows the value of her captive, the kindred of the coin, but something else troubles you, my friend. I see it in your expression. You tell Elisar more briefly than it was told to you of Leafshade's account of the past few months. The king puts a comforting hand on your shoulder. Your friend Corridan lives, Grandal, but he is in need of rescue. As it happens, we were already planning such a mission, for young Thorngill must be freed from the imprisonment as well. I feel in my heart this is the way it must be. Both of these captives are being brought to Umbar, the city of Corsairs. A small party of adventurers might infiltrate the city and rescue Thorngill and Corridan, where a larger group must surely fail. I want you to lead a small party, my friend. I know you are the right choice for this task, though it proves most dangerous. You say, you say that Corrindil's sister, oh gosh, that's a one, Sigileth, intended to investigate his disappearance near Helm's Deep. I will send a message to Erkenbrand, I guess this is him talking, excuse me, that she be found and told of these new tidings. I'm over here doing it in
You will need
voice.
a ship to carry you and the crew you choose to bring to Umbar.
I have already spoken with Orgles about this. You have given the heir of Goleskil a number of things to consider, but as you will lead the expedition across the bay, you should be the one to hear what he has decided. Alright. Let's talk to her real quick.
Ah, Grandal, I'm glad to see you. Lord Sirion is grateful for your aid in driving back the Corsairs of Umbar, for they have long troubled our shores. With the war ended and many lost, we can only depend on those left behind to be up to the task. I am personally grateful that you were able to help our new recruits. Your wisdom and martial discipline is appreciated. Now, if there is anything else.
That was it? That was it? Find Orgulus in his bedroom upstairs in the keep of Lon Sirion. Okay, so we need to go upstairs. Don't worry, guys. I won't get lost. Oh, always 5 there. Are you talking about, Alfred? Are you talking about my house in the game? How it it's always like the same time zone? Because I have the lighting effect of Durin's Day, so it's like always 5 in the afternoon look. Because that's funny. Yeah, okay, yes. Alfred says yes. Yeah, okay, I caught on. I'm sorry I didn't see that sooner. Alright, this is true. There's no time change at Zollin's home in-game. Ooh, look at this beautiful light just, like, raining down right here. This is pretty. It's a very cool-looking effect. I don't know why they don't use this effect in more places. I've seen this effect before. Only here. And, like, one other place. They don't use it very often. It's really cool. I feel like they should use it more. Streaming down light, it gives a really cool feel to the room. It does have a little bit of a single 2D effect happening, though, if you look at certain angles, so maybe that's why they don't do that. They just add more of them. Where's this kid's room? Aha, I found it! Orgulus looks at you with a crestfallen expression. What's wrong?
You cannot choose the time that call upon us, can we? Someone needs to rescue Thorngil, and I suppose it falls to me. I am not a warrior or a sailor, but now, how hard can it truly be? I have watched the men training, and I can swing a sword really as well as they can, and the Wave Hunter has a crew who will do the actual sailing, I trust.
Orgulus chews his lower lip with worry, and you are reminded he is only 12 years old.
I don't know what to do, Grandal. I want to help and prove that I am strong and brave enough to do what my father would want of me. But I also know I cannot leave my mother alone. I share some of the blame for Thorngil's capture. Should I not also be responsible for helping rescue him, if such a thing might be possible?
Orgulus sighs unhappily.
The king asked me, what would your father tell you? But I confess I don't know. Do you? Do you have any idea of my father, Gollingil?
Sorry.
Goss Askil? Would you want me to do? What would he say to me?
Gather your thoughts, Grandal. I don't know. Look, pretty blank expression there, sir. You remember Gulliskil, Lord of Amphalos, as he was in life. Consider your memory. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. This is the memory of his dad. Okay, all right. A little creepy that he's standing here, but you know, it's okay. You remember Gulliskil standing in the White City before the battle was joined on the Pelennor Fields, unafraid of the hard times ahead, trying to remember the words of an old traveling song. Oh, there's another. They're everywhere! You remember finding Gulsagil on the Pelennor Fields after the Great Battle, surrounded by corpses of orcs that ambushed him. You recall, too, the look on his face when he learned how many of his friends perished before the walls of Minas Tirith. But such sorrow did not keep him from marching to the Black Gate with the men of the West when his king required it. You remember Gosagil at the Battle of the Black Gate, as he stood face to face with the mighty Ulug that would give him his mortal wound, and would recall his final words. "If there is a day to come after this," he said, "look to the people of Amphalos. Tell them their lord." You cannot say for certain what the Lord of Amphalos intended for them to, for then he died. Only moments before the fall of the Dark Lord Sauron and the rout of Mordor's armies, you relay his father's words to Orgulus, and Gosagil's heir rubs at a smudge on the floor with his shoes. Gosh, for his father to live through everything and die right before the end of the battle. That's so sad, isn't it? So sad.
My father's last thoughts were not for himself, or for what he was about to lose, but for the folk of Amphalos so far away. How can that be true, Grandal? He left us behind to go to war. If he truly cared, would he not have remained here? You remind Orgulus that his father counted his family, his son, and his wife among those people of Amphalos he sought to protect, and it was on their behalf that he followed the king to war. Orgulus sighs heavily. Is that what you are telling me? To be a good ruler, you have to put the needs of your people ahead of your own. Is that what it means to be the son of Lord of Amphalos? It's that what it means to be the heir of Gulsagil? But it is so difficult. Thorngil would cast all aside and charge off to battle, hoping to achieve glory. And before today, I might have done the same. But I am not a fighter, not yet. And if I were seized by Umbar, as was Thorngil, what would that mean for the people of Anfalas? I have to stay here. I have to help my mother and be here for my people. My father was a great mariner and a mighty warrior, but I have not yet grown into man as he was. I must serve my people in another way.
Good job, kid. You figured it out. We're proud of you. Okay.
I will remain behind to help protect Anfalas and Pinithgelin from the further attacks by the Corsairs, for that is the best way for me to aid my people. But the king is right, that someone must sail to Umbar and rescue Thorngil. If it can be done in secret, he has chosen you for this, Grandal, but you need a ship.
Orgulus stands at attention and studies you seriously.
The Wave Hunter was given to me by my father, and if he had not died in service of Gondor, one day he would have taught me to be a great mariner, as he was. But that was not meant to be. Instead, I give command of the Wave Hunter to you, until Thorngil is safely returned to us to his hall. Use it well and wisely, and may the memory of Gossengil go with you, and fill the sails with the wind and speed of your journey. Then Thorngil is rescued, and the threat of the Corsairs is ended. Perhaps you will teach me what you have learned of sailing, and I will drive the Wave Hunter upon the great sea. But that will be in the days yet to come, for I have... This kid talks real big for a 12-year-old. For now I must find how to protect the folk of Anfalas, and I will one day rule. And that is the lesson I will learn from my mother.
Good job, kid. Good kid. Pat him on the head, and it's like... Alright, so anyway. There's the whole story there. Whee! Alright, where's the king? He's outside. Okay. I just broke my leg! I just broke my leg! Yeah. King Elisar.
I am pleased with the decision of Orgalos.
Grandal, I will not say I expected it with complete certainty, but I believe the son of Gossegil was enough like his father to arrive there after some deliberation. The folk of Anfalos will be in good hands once the Lady Mara instructs her son about what she has learned of rule, a considerable amount. But our paths must now diverge, my friend. I charge you with the rescue of Thorngil and of Cúradan, and look forward to your successful return aboard the Wave Hunter. Do try not to fan anew the flames of war within Umbar, Grandal. This must be a mission carried out in secret. Okay, roger. Just kidding. Might, I need will and vitality. I want this one.
I suggest you add to the Wave Hunter's complement of sailors such folk as you can trust.
The Wave Hunter was abhorred upriver in it was harbored upriver in Pinithgelin to protect it from the Corsairs during the War of the Ring, a decision that must have rankled Gulliskiel even rankled. It's an interesting word. Rankled. Gulliskiel even as he saw the need for it. The ship's crew is likely eager to sail again, and you will need their talents and knowledge of the bay to bring you to Umbar in secret. But your arrival at the city of the Corsairs will only be your mission's beginning, Grandal. To the end, I suggest you add to the Wave Hunter's complement of sailors such folk as you can trust or have a stake in the quest's successful conclusion. You will not be able to keep Nariel away, I think. As a knight of the Green Hills, her combat prowess may be of use to you. Legolas and Gimli will go with you gladly, of course, and I think Sirgon of Pelagar will be no less eager to sail again. His knowledge of the bay and of the folk that dwell along the shores may prove valuable. Hold on, I'm losing my place because this is a lot of words. If you believe that the Corridon's sister, Silageth, will begin her search for him at Helm's Deep, the message I have dispatched to Erkenbrand should reach her, and she will likely make her way to Gondor as soon as she can. There is another you should add to your crew, my friend, but I advise you watch him carefully. I speak of the Corsair Jajax. It may be helpful to have him near you on the adventure in Umbar, if you can trust him. Now bid farewell to the traveling company, Grandal, for we each have our own roads to walk, and it may be some time before we can see each other again. Sorry, guys. A lot of reading. I am definitely gonna have to. I may have to cut off a little bit of the voiceover reading right now. My voice is actually getting a little bit like overly taxed. It's like Prince John or something. No, I'm just kidding. Not that kind of tax. Got to grow up fast in LOTRO. Exactly.
If you do encounter any members of these kindred,
All right, guys.
do not
Here's what I'm
stay
gonna
the
do.
killing stroke.
In the future, I will read all of these in the LOTRO Tales series, as always. All the main story plots. But I'm just going to hover it, and if you want to pause this if you're later as a video or watch later after the live stream, you can read it yourself. But I'm just going to continue it.
I understand you are leaving us. Good luck to you, and to young Thorongil.
We'll just listen to their little voiceover. These are all the people we've been, like, helping.
Dearie me. Do take care of yourself.
I can't help myself. This is too funny. Dearie me, Grandal. Do take care of yourself. I hope the things I have heard about the city of the Corsairs are untrue, for it sounds a frightful and violent place. How do Corsairs behave when they are at home? I cannot even imagine. You tell Lorien that your mission is supposed to be a secret, and she gives you a dramatic wink. My lips will remain sealed. You can count on me. Suddenly, she smacks her forehead with one palm. It is going to be very warm there. You'll need a dress for the weather. A change of clothes may be warranted, Grandal. Umbar, can you imagine? Okay, I'm done.
Good fortune go with you, and may you rescue the young heir of Pinnar
And then-
Delin from his captivity.
Her voice, that old grandma, is just too funny. She's the best. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of some people I know in real life who are just the best. So that's why I just... Oh my gosh. Okay.
Lenial and I will watch out for the king on his return to Minas Tirith. You take care of yourself.
We will.
Eorith says you plan to sail to Umbar.
There we go. Alright. Talk to the lady mariner outside the keep. There's another person here? Oh, there she is.
I may have misjudged both you and the king.
Grandal, I felt certain the two of you would encourage my son Orgulus to follow in his father's footsteps, urging him away from Anthlas and into danger. But you have done the opposite. I am surprised.
Alright, and then she said this stuff. Probably nice things. I'm assuming nice things, from what I remember. I read this on Zollin, too, on my LOTRO Adventure play it as well. But LOTRO Tale will have this in the future.
You sail into dangerous waters, my friend.
I'm going to have to be
And in
dicing my
Umbar,
voice for a minute.
it will be beyond my help. You sail into dangerous,
Dangerous
waters,
my friend.
And in Umbar,
You will be beyond my
help.
help. Rescue young Thorongil and return to Gondor as soon as you may. I leave the choices of your crew to you, but I have asked that the scribe Kabar to assemble some notes on the folk who might well suit it for your task. Speak with him. All right. Goodbye, my friend. I will see you again, but it may be many days hence, and far from here. Haste and good fortune with you. Hey, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Next pint to the prancing ponies on me. Take care. Oh, thank you for the super chat. That was very nice. The whole room is flashing blue. Thank you. All right, let's go in here real quick and talk with the person at the library, which is the K-Bar, and I think he's just right upstairs. All right, let me just do little hearts on the super chats there. There. Where's K-Bar? There he is.
This is really happening? When the king asked me to accompany you to Umbar, I thought he was joking.
I thought he said it in jest. But it was not so. I will do my best, Grandal. You have shown me kindness, and I will do what I can in return. But do not ask me to steer the ship. I would fetch up upon some rocks or a reef, or I feel suddenly faint.
I will be fine in...
Hey, we leveled up.
Let me just...
Level
breathe for a
148. Kibar rubs his eyes and studies himself.
All right, Grandal. To business, to business. The Wave Hunter already has a complement of sailors.
Basically, he tells me go talk to all these people. Okay, moving on. I really like doing voiceovers too, and that's why the LOTR Tale is dedicated to that, 20-minute episodes. But like when I'm doing a stream or like something with you guys, like at a certain point, if I'm starting to feel a little on the, like I want to get stuff done, keep going in the game. If we're trying to level like this particular what I'm trying to aim in the stream, there's different things I aim for depending on the stream. Hence why I'll title it and do certain things. But I want to keep it moving a little bit here. So the next question is, do you guys want me to jump straight to the Shield Islands and just do regular quests, or do you want me to try to do the main chapter as fast as I can right now? I'm gonna poll it real quick. We're gonna poll it. Okay. So main chapter or skip. So these are both ways. There. I'm gonna do a little poll there. Quick, you guys vote real fast. Help me decide. Do you guys want me to run around to all these locations in Amphalas and like get all these characters real fast? I can use fast portals to get there, fast travels. And then see what the story is going to the Shield Islands with the main chapter, because I don't think I've actually ever done it entirely. Because Zollin, this is where I stopped on Zollin because I got a little bit frustrated having to run all around in my LOTR adventure. I just wanted to level up because I was trying to hurry and get Zollin level 150. Or I could just jump straight to the Shield Islands today, and we can just level generic, kill goblins, pick up 10 things, kind of stuff. So you guys tell me in the poll there. All right, I got 2 votes. There's 23 of you. If you're not driving or doing something that you can't click on the screen, everyone quick, throw a vote on there. Either do you guys want to finish the main chapter with what I'm doing right now and keep going with that to the Shield Islands, or just run straight to the Shield Islands, forget the chapter, and just do generic quests? All right, here's Gimli.
I know why you are here, my friend. And of course I will agree to sail with you into danger.
Friend, I'm driving. You're not driving, you stinker. All right, so who's this person? So we have to complete 1 quest for every person. So this is like a lot of prep quests. This is why I stopped doing this on Zollin when I was leveling fast. There's a lot of prep stuff you have to run around to do. So you guys are okay with that? Vote yes, main chapter. If you want to just go straight to Shield Islands right now, say skip. Alright, so right now we have 11 votes, and you guys are pretty almost unanimously saying, let's just do the main chapter. So, well, if you don't mind, then we'll do the main chapter, and we will chill, and I will answer any questions while we are doing it. I will run around as fast as I possibly can, and use my swift travels to, I'm going to try to be efficient on how I get around. Alright, so we're going to go up to the horse person. The stable master, who I thought was right here, but is there a stable master in this town? Let's get rid of the filters here for a second. There's not a stable master in this town. Interesting. That's really weird, actually. I didn't know that. There's no stable master in that's so weird. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. You know what? I'm curious. I have something, and I'm curious if it stacks on top of my built-in ability here. Hold on one second. So I have these fast horse things, right? And I'm curious if they make me faster. Does it work with my... I don't know, I can't tell. Did it make me faster? Doesn't feel like it did anything. So my horse mount, I already have an ability called that gives me it's superior something. It's on all my horses. I get to move at 78% movement speed. Oh no, it is working. It is. It says my Oryx is now moving at 98% movement speed. There was an increase in speed. Sweet. All right. Well, I'm gonna start using those more often. Ta-da! Now we're moving at 98% movement speed. Go, my Oryx. We're 20% faster. This will help when we have to run across big open plains. I'm so excited that those stack on top of that. I always thought they didn't stack. Yeah, you learn something new every day in this game, even if you've been playing it for 17 years. Okay. To be fair, that movement speed buff was not here 17 years ago, though. It's probably only been here for a few years. The 20%, whatever. My mount is well fed, guys. For 6 hours, he can run 20% faster. Go, my little Oryx. All right, where else do we have to go for this chapter quest? So we have a couple locations we have to hit. So we did that. So now I need to, there's one up there. All right. So what we're doing right now is we're going to get Gimli's quest done here. I'm going to get to this place and teleport fast to this place. And then I have to go north up to Outer Gondor, and then I have to go over to Dol Amroth. See, there's a couple locations we have to run around. But they all have mount locations, so I can fast travel. So we won't have to run like this the whole way. All right, well, thank you for voting, everybody. It's very clear you guys want to do the main story. So let's do the main story. Let's see, how are we doing? We got time. We got time. What's Mr. Incredible? I got time. Go to look for my watch, and it's not even there. Forgot to put my watch on today. It's over there on by my bed. All right, so we're almost there. Ride like the wind, my little Oryx. I'm curious. Does this feel faster? The Oryx feels like you're moving faster, but this one also feels like you're... Oh, we're definitely moving 20% faster. Because I ride this mount so much, I can feel the difference. That's funny. Like this mount, I can feel the difference much better than the Oryx. Even the Oryx seems like you're moving faster.
We'll do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
I have one more fun question for you guys on the polls. Do you guys want me to ride the Oryx? Or do you guys want me to ride this Clydesdale pony thing? All right. There. There's another question for you guys. For fun, which one do you want me to ride? Do you want me to ride this one, the big horse? All around during the questing right now? Because, I mean, I love this horse. Or would you want me to ride the new mount, which is the Oryx? Alright, so we need to talk to someone down here at the bottom. Hello there! Alexandros, can't you use your War Steed on the region? Yes, I can use my War Steed on the region too. This is true. I don't actually know if it's faster than 98% though, because I'm using a buff on my regular mount. See, it's hard to judge because the War Steed says I can move at 15 meters per second. I don't know what the regular one is. You know what? Can I figure that out right now? I'm curious. I've always wondered this. Let me just bring up the LOTRO wiki real fast. Let's see. All right, well-fed mount. I was just gonna double check and see if I could figure it out, but I don't see. This is just telling me the speed of. Well, let me try. Let me. Here we go. Hold on. Here's someone has some information online. Because I know that the war mount is faster than the regular mount, but I'm curious at how fast, how much faster. Because does my 98% mount speed faster than the war mount still? You know. I guess I could just do a regular test and just count it. That's a possibility. We could do that too. Well, here. Let me go back to, Alright, so I could count it in a minute here. We could just test it.
A seasickness remedy? You are the second person to ask for such a concoction today.
What do I have to do? He wants me to get wildflower. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll do a little test with my war mount versus my regular mount. Because see, I think I have a feeling that my regular mount's actually really fast right now. Comparatively, but let's just test it. I need a straight spot with a beginning and ending real fast. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's do this. Let's start. I need a speed up because of the war mount, so let's start counting at this pole here, and we'll stop at the end of that marker up there. All right, so let's start with the war mount. The problem with the war mount is a little harder because you have to stop and start all the time. And I'm not going to use the burst of speed because I think this one's already max speed. So let's go ahead and get it going. It's really, this is 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000. Okay, so it's like 8.5 seconds. Let's see with the... Let's try this one the other way. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000. Oh, it's pretty close. Should probably use a regular timer. That's really close, actually. It's a lot closer than I was expecting. Let me use a little stopwatch here. All right, let's try it again. And go. Go as straight line as possible there. Stop. All right, 9.4. So I was pretty close with my counting there. Let's go ahead and try the war mount now. Get out of my way, bird. All right, so we need a little. Here's the problem with the war mount, right? You have to get on it, and then it has to like speed up. All right, here we go. All right, that one, it does say that's a little bit faster. It's like a second faster. So it does seem like the war mount is just ever so slightly faster, even with the 98%. So the war mount must be like 100 to 105% movement speed. Like if we were comparing it to the regular mounts, at least to that one test. But interesting. All right, I've always in the past when I tested the war mount, it was the fastest, but I was curious with the 98% movement speed because I've never tested it with the 98% movement speed. But the other stuff about the war mount, so I think we will use the war mount for a little while. Can I make the war mount into the new creature? I think I can. I'm trying to remember. Can I do? Let me look real quick. I think you can only use the horse. I don't think the oryx can be a war mount. There's cosmetics you can put on for your other stuff. Yeah, I think though, because the way the animation's so different, so. Hello! How's it going, Andrew? Such friendly beast. Yes. Alright. Alright, well anyway, I'm done with that. Sorry. Wasting our time here. Let's move on. Alright, so I've got to kill some stuff on the way. Anyway. So I can go to 16 meters a second when I use my charge. Oh, can I leave that on? Oh, if I can leave that on, then it is definitely faster. Look at me and my little horse. I wonder if I have a better... I don't like how it looks, though. I must have a better appearance, right? Let's see here. Let's use... let's see. Which appearance do I want to use here? Don't I have the new one? Oh, yes, I have the Sand Striker one. There. Ta-da! Let's go ahead and apply that appearance. Oh! I'm silly. I didn't apply the appearance. There we go. And then actually I do want there's a tail. Isn't there a tail? Where is the tails? Let's see. What tail do I want? I think we'll go with that. There we go. Alright. Now that kind of matches my outfit, actually. It's brown, too. There we go. It's a very small... We're a little... Here's the problem with war mounts, though. You run into things! But I can kill things while I fight. No. I just like my new... I like my new mounts. That's why I wanted to use the other ones, too. What in the heck is happening to my character right now? Feign injury. Wait, you can pretend like you're dying? Oh my gosh. I was like, what was that? Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. And the word mount just doesn't scale very good, though. They really got to scale it up. So anyway, I need to basically get the wildflowers. So real quick for the quest for Gimli. And then once I have the wildflowers... Because Gimli is gonna get seasick, so we're trying to give him a remedy here. And also we need to defeat beasts. Crawlers, crabs, and oxen. Alright, well this oxen has met his fate. Poor guy. Yikes. Alright, that one's out of the way. Yikes. Poor oxen. Robert just laughs. That man has met his doom. He's just walking, having a nice day in southern Amphalos, and then just lightning bolt out of a blue sky. Dead. It's so sad. Alright. I need one more cow. One more moomers. It's so beautiful, the views, man, in Amphalos. I will say it's one of my favorite places. I own a home in South Dolamroth. Sounds like I was thinking about real life. I do have a house by the beach in real life. It's quite a blessing. But anyway, in the game, I have one in South Dolamroth. Wait, what quest is this?
You are most welcome, my friend.
Repair the small fishing nets. No, thank you. That sounds like work for other people. She's like, you're too good for us? Yes, we're too good for you. That's not being a good steward, guys. We should help everyone. I'm over here being way too cheeky right now. Alright, there's Dolamroth over there. And now we just need to find one more cow. One unsuspecting cow. There he is. There's the cow. He's very unsuspecting. And he's about to hit by lightning bolt. He doesn't even know it. Well, he did turn around. That was impressive. Impressive reflexes. Okay, he knew where the lightning bolt came from. All right, I know where the flowers are now. See, this is why sometimes even a quest that gives you like this massive area, kill the kill creatures, and then it'll give you the location of where the actual pickup item is, if it's a multi-quest like this. And now I know exactly where the flowers are. I feel like I still like how my Oryx runs. I kind of wish they could make the Oryx on a war mount. That'd be kind of cool. But again, it was purely a cosmetic mount, so. Let's see. The flowers are supposed to be around here. Let's turn floating names on. Ah, there they are. What kind of flower is that? Oh, I guess it is a flower. I missed one, too. This cow gets to live because I don't need him anymore, and unneeded killing is not needed. Very well said, Zollin. It's like, what am I saying? Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Hopefully not everyone's going to run away now. Hello there. We have a raid over on Twitch. Hi, guys. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. That was kind. Who did that? Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello there. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. I was just over here being very silly, making all of my usual viewers laugh at me. We're trying to find we're just trying to find some flowers on the ground, and I'm over here like killing cows with lightning bolts because, you know, they're very unsuspecting. That's why I didn't kill that one cow. All right, we didn't need him anymore. We already got the other hides. There are a few more. So for those of you that just joined in for the raid, we were doing voiceovers, but I kind of was destroying my voice. So I did an end voice. So if you guys just joined the stream, you can always go back and watch the VOD or the video or whatever later and see the voiceovers of the end and a couple of the other characters. Right now, we're basically, we voted on doing the chapters. We were going to go straight to the Shield Islands and just start leveling, but everybody wanted to see what happens when I actually complete chapter 5.1. So we are doing the more menial task quests here. So I'm trying to be... We're having conversations. I'm trying to be very funny while we... Maybe not trying. I'm just being myself, and it's pretty... All right, anyway. Well, we got the things we needed to, and we're going to go down the hill and turn this in real quick. Whee! Super fast. Yeah, no, this is definitely a very fast mount, except it's much harder to control your war mount than the regular mount. But, okay, we need to go down here. Oh gosh, that's the help. Found a cliff. Zollin found a cliff. Not good. Zollin's worst enemy. It's the cliffs. It's not the cliffs of Dover. I can tell you that. It's the cliffs of Melgobus. That is nice. It's the cliffs of Dover.
Thank you for bringing me these.
Oh,
they
you're
will
welcome.
all be used in
Let's
something.
see. I'll try to do this voice since my voice is feeling better now.
Thank you for
bringing me these.
They will
all
be used in something.
But I am assuming they will all be used in something, for your friend returned shortly before you did, and I have given him the seasickness remedy I promised. I give to you the same warning I gave him. It may not have the desired effect upon a dwarf from whom it is intended. It truly does not vary on the individual, and does not work, and if it does not work, as you expect, it is not a failing of the potion, or of she who brewed it. But I hope it does help him. Seasickness is not a pleasant thing to anyone.
No, yeah, it's not fun. I've never really had problems with seasickness. My sister struggles with that. My poor sister can't even, play most video games that have a lot of movement. She'll get, sick. I feel so bad for her sometimes. She used to play, She can play LOTRO with me because LOTRO, if you just kind of walk real generically, that's fine. It doesn't bother her. But she played a lot of LOTRO with me. But she played a game called Ark Survival with me for a while. And we were having a lot of fun. And she just couldn't do it anymore. Even with turning blur off and all the motion effects, the way the game moves, it just made her feel sick.
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace.
Okay, so we need to bring this back to the crew. Talk to Legolas. All right, we need to talk to Legolas real quick. Don't worry, guys. He does have his legs. Oh, he's right there. Legolas!
I hope possession of this remedy will ease the turmoil of Gimli's stomach.
When the wave hunter sets out, he may not even need to ingest it if he knows it is near at hand and might be taken if necessary. I will not tell him of the chance that it will do nothing, unless he asks directly. I will not lie to my friend, but this information can do no good in advance, and may instead do harm. There was no need for you to come all this way to speak with me, Grandal. I, of course, will join you on your mission. The sea longing has me and will... Sorry, the sea longing has me and will not abate. Excuse me. But I understand the wave hunter will remain in the bay and not pass out into the great sea. There are still things for me to see and to do before I begin the vast journey, and I count high in the number of aiding you in the rescue of young Thorngill from the clutches of the Kindred of the Coins. I will be pleased to join your crew, my friend. Both I and Gimli will meet you by the Wave Hunter when you are ready to depart. All right, sweet. So we finished that quest. Let's move on. All right, good. My voice is pretty much back after doing the end voice. That end voice just like that walloped me. It's fun to do end voices and Oathbreakers and all those creatures, but yeah. Fresh fry, the Cliffs of Richard. Yes, exactly. Breaking my legs in this game is so satisfying. Gandalf Shall Not Pass says. That is it's a little dark there, Gandalf. Andrew says, tasks like cattle, subscribe, like simply saying hello.
We must not let our vigilance lapse.
All right. No, we must not let our vigilance lapse. We were working. What were we doing? Oh, no, it lapsed. It's too late. Okay, I need to go to Dol Amroth. Let's go to Dol Amroth. Ride like the wind. Rented horse? I mean, horse? If you guys watch the Lord of the Beans, the original, it's a VeggieTales spin-off of Lord of the Rings. It's so funny. But I remember when the eagles, they're like, oh look, the eagles are coming, and they like try to hop on the eagles, and the eagle just like knocks on the ground. He's like, what do you think you're doing? What, I'm just gonna offer you peanuts and drinks and fly you there? Get your own ride. He like, it was like their reason of why not to have the eagles, right? It was so funny. Gandalf's like, I really thought that would work. It's such a funny. It's really silly, and it's a very childish show, obviously, but it is hilarious. We're gonna, on my YouTube channel here, stream a watch party. Maybe I'll stream it on Twitch too. But I can't stream you the video, but I'll let you know ahead, and we can all gear it up, and I can be on your phone or whatever, and we can do a watch party and watch it, because I think it's worth it. Even being more of a childish show, I think it's worth it. It's hilarious. And also, thank you for liking, following, subscribing, whatever platform you're watching on. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Helps a lot. All right, Prince Imrahil.
I did not expect you to return to Dol Amroth so quickly. And where is the king?
Grandal, and where is the king? You tell Prince Imrahil about Nasaki, Wave Reaper's raid upon the Green Hills, and her seizure of the young Thorngill. When you speak of King Elisar's suggestion that you assemble a crew to rescue the heir of the Pinith-Gelen, the prince grasps the hilt of his sword. I cannot leave at once. You have but to say the word, and I will voyage with you to Umbar, Baharabel, the city of sails. The kindred of the coin will not stand long against us, for they will know my face and my reputation. But you are not here to recruit me for your mission, are you? I can tell from your expression that the king wishes this to be more of a secret quest. Yes, I see the need for it. I apologize for getting carried away. Who knows, the king suggests. You say that you are considering the Corsair Jajax for the crew, and the prince is overcome by a coughing fit. What? Tell me you are not serious about this, Grandal. This Jajax is a Corsair and will betray you at the first opportunity. He is not already. My scouts report that he has gone in the direction of Abdek's Watch, southeast of Dol Amroth, likely to meet with those of the fellows encamped there. They are a danger to Gondor, and always will be. I hope you know what you are doing. If the king believes this to be right choice, I will not speak against it. Dude, he looks so good. Look at how cool he looks. He is like exactly as described in the books. Freaking Prince Imrahil is one of my favorite characters. And by the way, if you're just a little lore thing, I do this on my channel a lot, right? A little bit of lore stuff real quick. He's Prince Imrahil, but technically he's kind of like a king of Dol Amroth, of that region of Gondor. But since he's underneath the king or steward of Gondor, he's just known as Prince Imrahil. It's just kind of like it's like a courtesy thing because he's under them still. It's like he's basically like a different level of a king. So that's why he's called Prince. But he's basically the king of an entire city and a part of the country. So I kind of think of it kind of like as in like if you were talking about like from a perspective of like how America does stuff. You know, you got like the president and then you have like a governor of a state. He's very important still. He's in charge of an entire region, but he still kind of, to an extent, answers to the president. He helps with things, right? Even though he still has his own sovereign power over his area too. That's kind of how I would describe that in modern terms. There's some of your Lord of the Rings history. Lord of the Rings political history, I guess. If you guys know me, we do not do politics. We keep this very fun. Lord of the Rings, stuff only. All right, let's go ahead and go and find... Well, I guess we'll talk to Jajax real quick. He's down the road. Just down the road. Just a hop, skip, and a jump. All right, let's go ahead and mount up on our war steed again. All right, we still have time to get lots of these quests done. And later today, just so you guys know, we are going to be doing the Battle for Middle-earth in another stream. So keep that in mind. Fingers crossed, it looks like, by the way, on a side note, since I think Robert is here and a few people who might be playing in that, it does look like the servers are back up for the T3A online program we're going to use, but I do have a backup set up for the Game Ranger or whatever. It's basically a system where you can join in and play games together online. So we have both options when we start that. All right, so we need to go up and around. Also, is there better music? Let me turn the music on. Let me turn the music up here and see if we get any music in game. Ah, the beautiful kingdom of Dol Amroth. Or city. It's just a city, but it's kind of a regional area too. Belfalas. So by the way, the Cape of Belfalas is where the homestead is. My house is actually like right here, I think. I forget which one is my house. I'm thinking in the future, I'm wondering if our kinship, if we get big enough, we have like 40 or 50 active players here in CrickHollow now. If we get big enough where we have a lot of people, and maybe people want to help pitch in a little bit, we might try to get like a big kinship home. And I'm thinking it'd be fun to buy one of these islands. Because who doesn't want to own an island for a kinship in Middle-earth, in the Bay of Belfalas? I mean, that's pretty freaking cool. It's a very beautiful location. I always like the weather here, too. Has very similar weather to where I live in Southern California, actually. right, let's go ahead and cross the bridge. Oh, nope. Whoa, not that far. Sorry. I'm over here wanting to ride to the actual neighborhood. We don't want to go that far. It's right up here on the hill. Look at that view of Dol Amroth, though, from here. That's so cool. Lord of the Rings Online is just so big and vast. It's amazing. Buy an island. Yes, you can buy an island. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. And yes, you can buy the entire island for the Kinship House. It's pretty crazy. My one friend owns it. I could actually show. I think I've showed you guys in a previous video or stream, but all right, here's Jax. Why is he here? Is he betraying us?
Well, look who turned up. And just in
time. I have learned what happened to Dax, my friend, and I was just about to go inside and rescue him. But now that you are here, I am blessing of happy chance is upon me. I have always been one of the lucky ones, Grandal. That is why I have lived so long. Now, get in there, kill the captors, and keep my brother alive. We'll talk once you've done that. Not before. Wait, excuse me, what? Alright, fine. I'll do it. Alright. Well, hello, do you guys mind if I just walk in? Yeah? Is that okay? No, it's not okay? Yeah! They're like, after him. Alright, group meeting, everyone. Group meeting. Where's the other guy? There he is. Guys, you need to group up for me, please. We're having a group meeting here. Group meeting! Nice. Well done. It was a good talk, everyone. Good talk. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna sick my cat on this guy. Get him! I'm just like destroying these bad guys. They don't even stand a chance. Alright, there's his brother. Okay. We gotta defeat that guy right there. Let's just end this guy. Didn't even know it hit him. I need one more kill. Hello.
Are you here to rescue me? Please say that is what brings you here.
Grandal, are you here to rescue me? Please say that is what brings you here, for otherwise I fear I might die bound to this post. And what would make my brother very displeased, I'm sure of it. You tell Daxamax that Jax waits for him outside the Added Watch, and you untie him. Thank you for this, I will not forget it. You're welcome. It was very easy for me. I just shot people with lightning bolts. Problem solved. Now, in real life, I'm someone, I like to talk things out with people. I'm a pretty nice guy. But there's times that you're like, well, what if I just used a lightning bolt? I'm just kidding. All right.
I told you I was lucky. All I had to do is wait, and you rescued my brother for me, huh?
I told you I was lucky, Grandal. All I had to do was wait, and you rescued my brother for me. How very fortunate. The stars truly smile upon Jax. Now, they always have, and they always will. Now, what brought you in search of me? You tell Jax that you are assembling a crew to sail to Umbar to rescue a kidnapped heir, Prince Skellen, from the Kindred of the Coins, and you want him to join you. When you have finished, Jax laughs, but his laughter is free of mirth. There's your word of the day, mirth. All right. I always do that on my channel too. We find some weird word that LOTRO uses. I love LOTRO. They're so Tolkien, right? Like they use all these words that don't get used a lot in the common tongue, right, anymore. So it's like it's so cool that Tolkien does that, you know. Like Tolkien was so into language, and then LOTRO's like they just add in these old-fashioned words. I love it. Anyway, why would I do this? Why would I possibly offer me to go that would make it worse? Worthwhile my while to return to Umbar. Well, it is under the control of the Kindred. I told you what happened my eyes. I told you what happened when Dax and I returned there. No. My answer is no. You will sail to Umbar without us.
Wait.
Wait.
Daxamar stares off into the distance as if gathering his courage. I will join you, Grandal, if you will have me. I fear the kindred of the coins, but I fear the heirs of Castamere more, and they have the supporters throughout these lands. The Corsairs here in Abdek Watch belong to the number. They imprisoned me as a traitor to the heirs, and would do so again if given the chance. My brother says he is lucky one, but I think in recent days I have had the best fortune in my family, for your path brought you here to rescue me. I cannot be certain you will be near the next time unless I go with you on your ship. Count me among your crew, Grandal.
So, that is the way of it, Dax.
Dex. Jax scowls at you. My brother always been one who follows, Grandal. First he served Balakor, the Scourge of the Deckhand of the Night Jewel, and then he served Asgarogor, his brother, until he slew him. And only then, always Dax needs someone to tell him what to do. Well, I am different. The Corsair scowls deepens. Jax is a captain, not a crew member. He gives the commands. He is not one who leads. Is the one who leads. Jax shakes his head, and his brother gives you a curt wave with one hand. This is where we part ways, Grandal. I will find a crew and a ship of my own. My brother served you better than he served the heirs of Castamere. Without me to help him in line, I believe your ship will be doomed. A pity that. A pity farewell. No, wait, Jax. We want you in our crew. All right. So anyway, that's done. We're going to head to Blackroot Vale now. That'll be the next location. Let's see. Can I get there faster if I use the teleport? Let's see. Return to the Swan Guild Hall, Umbar. That is not where I want to go. What is this one? Pinithgelen. I will need to go to Pinithgelen. But it's a, let's see, my cooldown is, yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go to Pinithgelen because it'll be faster for us. That's where we're going. Vale says, you enjoying the lightning, Zollin? Yes, I'm enjoying the lightning. The lightning is very good. Alright, so now, is this the person we need to talk to? Let's see. I want to make sure it's the right person. Alright, the crew. Alright, recruits.
Queen Arwen's brothers. Aye, they spoke of tracking down Corsairs after the raid upon Tomb Roast.
Let's see. Complete. She Who Remains. So this is called Brothers of the Queen. Yeah, so this is not... We don't have to do this, right? We have to complete Brothers of the Queen. Recruit any member of the crew you wish. That's not it. Okay. We finally have music and it's very loud. A little too loud for my taste. There we go. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop. Going too far. Let's see. I guess the Blackroot Vale is the next place, no matter what. Huh, interesting. I thought I had to talk to... the Green Knight. I thought I had to talk to what's-her-name here. Do I not? Oh, well, use the fast travel. We'll do the one we know first. It might open up other ones.
Have you come to help?
So I need to go to the... I need to get to the Blackroot Vale. So that is called Morlad. Can I go to Morlad from here? No. What else can I go? It's closer to Morlad. What about Sardol? Or... Alright, we'll go here. And we'll see if that works. Hello, welcome to the Twitch chat there. Yeah, Lore Masters are pretty fun. They're pretty fun indeed. It's over 9,000. Wait, what did I miss? $20, 20K? What? 9K? You can just get complete lost in this translation lightning or simply excellent. Yeah, I know, they're really fun. There's one thing I have been telling, they changed the animation of epic conclusion on the Runekeeper to be less, well, I mean, the term is being less epic. That's what they did. Because of the visual, and I really want that back.
We must strive to defend our...
But the Lore Master didn't lose their stuff, so that's good. Let's see. Marlant. So I probably need to go to Dol Amroth, I guess? Yeah, probably. Probably go to Dol Amroth, and then I could probably go north for the fast travel. We'll see. This chapter quest has definitely stalled out my leveling speed, though. Because none of them are really giving us a lot of experience.
You are most welcome, my friend.
Alright, we need to go to the Blackroot Moorlad. There it is. We're on our way! My neck is like... feels like it's out on that side. Maybe I slept on it wrong. Anyway, thank you for liking the stream, guys. I appreciate it. We're almost at 30 likes. It'd be amazing if we get like 35-ish by the end of the stream. A little while later. That'd be good. It'd be good. Of course, if we're watching this later as a video, let's get the video to 100 likes.
Might I trouble you with a more private matter, my friend? One of my bowmen, eh? Taking an unexpected leave.
Nope. He just keeps talking as we walk away. Nope. I do like the music in Gondor. It's very pretty. I can tell it's moving at 98% movement speed. It's like almost comical how fast my mount is moving right now. It looks like I'm speeding up the game, actually. What did I missed the turn. I missed the turn! I'm too fast. For my own good. Here it is. Whee! Da, 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 da.
I am pleased to see you again. But what brings you here now?
Look at that difference in his... Look at it. Look at how orange his hair is, and then his eyebrows are like not orange. Does that happen often in real life? I don't think I've ever seen someone with that drastically different of eyebrows compared to their beard and hair. All right, so look for the something inside his house. Oh, I've never been in here. Oh, very nice. It's a very nice house. Except, what's going on with the chair? Someone just kick over. Who just kicks over a chair and leaves it on the ground? I don't know. It just seems random. It's a pretty little. Oh wow! Wait, this furnishing is like. Can you get this at IKEA? Oh, sorry. I don't know. It doesn't. I guess it's a very IKEA look to this furniture, but actually, it looks really cool with the white. It's I would love this for a housing item. I wonder if you can get this at the Homesteads place. All right, so I'm looking for. Oh no, I don't need to go in here. Okay, well, I still wanted to see what's going on in here. Delicious. What a nice little house. Oh, I love this light. Look at that light ray effect. I love things like this. Really help this game pop from being an older game. Like these light rays and stuff. It really just adds to the game. When you walk into a room with a window and there's just like a light ray just coming in through the window, it's just cool. And sure, maybe it's not super realistic to exactly what it would look like in real life, right? Because the big square window, but still, it gives you the feel. It helps keep that you're in another world feel, right? The whole point is, you know, with any game is you're kind of trying to keep a certain immersion depending on what you've built, right? Within the world, like rules you've made in the world. Does that make sense with any writing story? That's why you have a certain magic system or a certain system. You don't just often go like do something crazy that's never been in the story, because it'd be like people would be like, wait a second, I thought there was like set rules that you've explained in 2 books. Something like that, you know? Alright, so apparently that is not where I had to go. I have to go up the road, okay? Wow, look at that mountain view right there. That's pretty cool too. Okay, I want to go down. So, we're going down. Out of my way, flag. Whoa! Oh my gosh, this mount is so fast. There's the Stone of Erich, right there. There it is. It's where the Oathbreakers swore their oath, and where they were cursed. It's a pretty waterfall. It's really a neat little town, actually, where they're located. It's a really cool spot. Sometimes I just really, you know, LOTRO will add in a town like that that's not really mentioned very much in the book or something. And like, they'll think about where they put it, and it's so cool, because it's like very defensible. All right, we have to go right up this road to this other spot. Hello, welcome to everyone who just joined the stream. Welcome, welcome, my friends. Thank you for liking the stream. We were talking about how much it costs to buy an island. Yes. What kind of island, Robert? We were talking about the island off the south side of Dol Amroth. This what is it? Lochul? You can buy either of these islands at their kinship home.
What brings you once again to the Blackroot Vale?
Whoa, this guy's eyes are crazy. What's going on with this guy's eyes? Does he have blue under his eyes? Why am I noticing all these face features on these characters? All right, we tell him you want to be on the ship with us. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna voice over this guy right now. Trying to save my voice a little bit here. All right. So defeat foes in the Blackroot Vale. Sweet, we get to shoot some lightning bolts. It's lightning bolt time. Oh, look at the cute little fox. Hello, Mr. Fox. Adorable. All right, moving on. Definitely had a squirrel moment there. All right, we ride through the lands. I just can't get over like the views in this game too. You know, just like look at that big mountain. This is cool. This makes you feel like you're right in the valley. All right, so there's the Stone of Erich right there. So now I need to find some enemies to shoot with lightning bolts. He said 8 of any enemy. Oh, you know what? I could have gone up and killed the ghosts at the top. There's some by the gates. Does it count? No, it doesn't count. It has to be in the Vale. Okay. All right. So we'll ride down the hill, and I should find some animals down here, I would assume. It actually kind of weirded me out how little animals I'm seeing right now. There's usually a lot. I bet you there's some in this field, though. There's some deer. Do they count? All right, Mr. Deer, you're gonna fight me. All right, I've gotten 6 of my 8 targets. Group up, everyone! Group up! All right, everybody, here's a flashbang for everyone. All right, and then here's a lightning bolt. Ha ha ha! These two survived. They have a lot more HP. All right, there we go. That's 8 of our 10. I mean, 6 of our 8 targets. I need 2 more targets. All right, we're going to take out this guy with a hurricane. You have fun with that? He's like, "Oh, get this thing off me!" All right, and then we're gonna throw a sticky gourd at this guy. Which, by the way, the sticky gourd animation also got nerfed back at a couple, like a year or 2 ago. It used to be so cool. Now it just generically looks like burning embers. I want my animations back. You guys know me. I highly praise Lord of the Rings Online because it deserves it as a game. But I will definitely critique things that I think, like, for example, those animations, I want them back. And I think what they could do is if those animations were making other people lag or something, all you got to do is just make it where only the person casting it can see it. So it only affects me. With that visual. Like, you could turn the visual off and on, depending on what you want to see. So then you're not getting that data sent to everyone and causing a big... I'm pretty sure you could be able to do that. It's kind of like an overlay for just what you see visually. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe the engine doesn't allow that, but I would assume that it's something you could do pretty easily. His armor is cool. Whose armor? This guy? Yeah, his armor is pretty awesome. He's got like little wings all over it. It's pretty cool. One surrounded by water.
Thank you, my friend. It is always a pleasure to work alongside you.
Wait, what does he mean work alongside me? When was he doing anything beside me? I was out there in the valley shooting lightning bolts. He's just considering he's near me because he sees lightning bolts in the valley shooting things. He's like, yeah, that's my friend. Good thing we're working together. What did you even do, sir? An elf warrior. Oh, it's the sister of the elf with the ent.
I did not expect to see you on the road.
Grandma.
I would have found you, as we will find my brother.
Corridon. Let's see. Her voice is interesting.
I did not expect to see you on the road. I would have found you, as we will find my brother.
Corridon. You ask Silligeth if she truly passed through the Pass of the Dead on her way to the Blackroot Vale, and she looks at you quizzically. I am no stranger to places of evil, my friend. My stay beneath the dungeons of Dol Guldur has seen to that. I was untroubled by the Pass of the Dead. Any of the spirits that still dwell beneath the mountain chose not to hinder my passage. A wise choice. Now, tell me, what do you have learned of Corondir's whereabouts? And time is wasting. You tell her briefly that blah blah blah, captured by the scary wave reaper, blah 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 blah. Your ship is docked at the lake to the west. I'll meet you there. We'll sail to Umbar. My brother will be freed from captivity and death, just as I was when you thought me dead on the stairs of Dol Guldur. Let us not delay. Yeah. So again, longtime story characters. They're way back from when an expansion, literally 10 years ago with the South Mirkwood. She was actually captive in Dol Guldur down here in southern Mirkwood. She was captive over here. It's kind of blocking it with the chat, but it's right there. But that's South Mirkwood.
This sounds like quite the adventure.
Grandon, I would go with you, but I am commanded by my prince to make safe the Vale, and I have never desired to do other than that. Good fortune to you on your voyage, my friend. I hope you accomplish all that you set out to do. Thank you, sir. Alright, so now with that... Okay. Where are these other quests? Wait, where are these other ones? The Green Knight, are they over in the Shield Islands? No. It's weird to me that they're not showing up on the quest tracker. Let's remove everything for a second. Just see if I see it. Make sure I'm not doing a silly. Okay, so here's why I can't see it on the quest tracker. So our next best thing is we're going to pull up the LOTRO wiki. All right, and now we're going to search real quick the names of these quests. So we want to find the Knight of the Green Hills. Not the Green Hills, the Green Hills. All right. Quest crew, that's the one we want. So where is this located? All right, so it's in Pinithgelen, Ostandir. So it actually is at Ostandir. Yes, that's what I thought. Why is it not showing up at Ostandir? Good news is I have a teleport to get to Ostandir. So off we go. All right, here we go. Whee! Teleportation. All right, so now basically we need to go to the spot that it told me to go, which was, I guess maybe it was inside. I think I need to talk to the leader of this place. I thought I might have to. I was just surprised it didn't tell me that. All right, in we go. Let's see if it's the Keep of Ostandir. Or Arndir, I should say, maybe. There's a little... Alright, I need to go upstairs. I'm thinking of the other building, darn it. No! Why do they have to make all of these buildings so confusing? Like real buildings in real life. You guys ever go into like a big, like, you know, 30-story building and you're like, where do I go? These signs make no sense. This guy's giving away a free gleaming club in the World Trade Chat. Wow. What a prized possession. Twitch says, do you know if they do Black Friday or Christmas sales on the expansion? Yes, they do. I do know that. They usually always do around... I remember back in the day, usually it's like with expansions coming out. So sometimes like the new expansion, once it's out, I bet you during December, they'll probably do like a code thing. They did one like 7 months ago where they'll just drop a code and they'll be like, we're just going to give you all these expansions free. Just put this code in, right? Or they'll say, oh, they're 90% off in the LOTRO store. So yes, that does happen. Does it happen with the most brand new expansion? Usually not. So usually that's like the expansions to kind of catch you up. So just to give a quick overview for them in Twitch. When it comes to LOTRO, they revamped the free-to-play system. It's always been a good free-to-play system back in the day, but it was starting to not be quite as good free-to-play, considering as things were transforming and evolving over the last 10 years with video games and how things, you know, money, right, free-to-play and stuff worked. So they revamped it. It's even better than it was before. It's amazing. And they gave everyone all of the expansions at level like 95, right? Like just, and then if you're a VIP, then at free-to-play can still buy the expansions to play them, the next ones, but with even points you earn in-game, so that's good. But then with VIP, if you pay subscription, basically, it's the same as it's always been. It's like $10 a month or something if you do 3 at a time. Basically, when that happens, you pay that, then you get everything up to the newest expansions, or at least, I think, the Fates of Gundabad, which is like the previous one. It's like Fates of Gundabad, Corsairs of Moonbar, Legacy of Morgoth. Those are like the 3 newest ones in the last like year and a half. Or 2, I guess it's been like 3 years, really. It just feels like it's not been that long. But basically, they will throw in, a lot of times they'll be like the Fates of Gundabad. They'll probably throw it in and be like 90% off or something. I don't know this, I have no inside information, I'm just assuming. But yes, I've seen it happen probably like 6 times in the last like 5 years. They definitely do that with expansions. So, usually it's like they'll give a real cheap price in the LOTRO store for like the previous smaller expansions that they don't give that are past 90. And then sometimes they'll give a cheaper price for one of the newer ones. And then sometimes they'll just throw in a code and be like, hey, everyone put this code in, you'll get all the free original ones from level this area or something. So they have done that a few times. Now, will they do that one again? I'm not sure, because they did the revamp of the free-to-play. Kind of everybody gets that automatically now, so I don't know what the oldest stuff from a long time ago. So
every day that passes brings my son further into danger.
So this is the lady's son who got taken, basically. Grandal, there must be no more delay. I will join the crew of the Wave Hunters, so I may ask the kindred of the coin to return to Thorgalil. But I will only ask once. Coins to return Thorngil, but, if they refuse, I will bloody my sword and dent my shield on their carcasses. Oh, gosh. She's a little scary. Okay, anyway, this is the rest of the stuff she says. We're going to go ahead and just kind of skip through this. Again, you could pause it and read it if you'd like. Just kind of do that. I will be covering this in a LOTRO tale in the future, for sure, but my voice, talking a lot. All right, retrieve the sword from the armory. Is the armory outside or inside? Sword and shield have been ready for the Ost voyage.
You do not have permission. I don't have permission for any of these doors.
I bet you the armory is outside. I'm pretty sure it's probably outside. Alright, anyway, welcome, by the way, for those of you who just joined. We have just been, we are leveling as quick as possible trying to get this chapter quest done. They're a little bit, I will say, it's a little bit much. The chapter 5.1 where you're setting up your crew for the Wave Hunter, there's quite a lot of things they make you do. So that's what we're working on right now, but I'm answering any questions if you have any. Hello, Brent. Hello. Yes, I know. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you back. All right, let's see here. And we are doing this stream right now, and we'll continue for a little while longer. Don't you guys worry. I want to get a little bit more done, but then we are going to take a little break, and then I will be back for another stream, and we're going to be playing the Battle for Middle-earth. So I don't know how many of you are fans of the Battle for Middle-earth. It's the old RTS Lord of the Rings game. Highly recommend. Pretty cool. A couple of us are going to be trying to play it together in a live game. I don't know if we're going to fight each other. We'll probably end up grouping up to fight some AI is what I think we'll do, because the AI are actually quite challenging. So we'll see. Oh, look at that beautiful hill, by the way. Gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. So this is one thing in the new areas that's so wonderful is the textures and the rocks look so cool. And the mountains, they just look really, really cool how they redid it. And actually, I talked to the lead world designer on an interview, if you didn't see it. It's on the Inklings playlist. It was like a month ago. We were talking about the Legacy of Morgoth, and we were also talking about visuals and world building, because he's the senior world designer of world building. And basically you're talking about why these rocks look so good now in the new areas, and why the water's been updated over time, and all the textures, and how they're able to make the game look so much better being an older engine. It's really good. It's a really good interview. We had it was really, really fun. So if you'd like to check that out, don't forget to check it out. And also, while I'm plugging in other videos, don't forget to check out, I did a video recently on canon. On what is there real Tolkien canon? Is that a thing? What's up with that word? It's being really used a lot on everything. I covered it in a very fun and respectful way, and basically talked about, in short, I'll give you a little sneak peek. The word canon is, it has several meanings, and a lot of people are having troubles with saying it because there's so many different variations of it. But really, when it comes to canon in fantasy writing, we're not talking about historical writing, okay? Fantasy, made up from someone's mind, all right? Fantasy is sci-fi fiction. Canon is usually only related to the brainchild of the author. That's the short end. But you can watch the whole video. I break it down really good in a bunch of different things. I have timestamps. You can go to what you want to see and stuff in the video. But yeah. So yes, on a positive side note, yes, absolutely Tolkien canon. It's what Tolkien wrote. But it's everything Tolkien wrote. even some people will argue, oh, well, you know, he has contradictions and some stuff he wrote later and changed. Yes, he does, but it's all technically canon, just different variations, right? Canon is whatever the author wrote. And also, I break it down in the video. Basically, the canon really comes down to the point of really only the author can change and edit canon. And that's where people are getting confused, because a lot of people are using canon in the term of a chronological main story, okay? And that's not what it means. And that's where, like, I break it down, because it's something that I will say I didn't even really fully understand, like, 4 or 5 months ago. I studied a bunch of it, and I really, like, studied it a lot to truly, like, what am I missing on the actual terminology of the word and stuff? So, anyway, with all my months of studying, I made you guys a video, so you can check it out if you want. All right. Anyway, with that out of the way, where in the heck is this armory? Look at this little Hobbit player. Look, he's adorable. Look at this guy. It's Sir Baggins, legendary traveler of the Kinship Light of the Seven Stars. Look at him. Adorable little Hobbit man. I should just wave at him. Hello, Mr. Sir Baggins. I like how his name is just Sir Baggins. Clever. Alright. It says the armory is right here. Like, this is the armory. Interesting. Is it, like, underneath us? Let me go down and around. If not, I'm going to look at the LOTRO wiki again. I think my dog is jumping on my door right now. I hear a big ka-dunk-dunk-dunk. Ooh. Gosh. Look at that water. You weren't gonna get away with a stream where I don't say look at that water, guys. And yes, that water looks so much better, and it's so funny in the interview with Scenario, or Matt Elliott. He's known Scenario with LOTRO. He was laughing. He's like, oh, yes, we have updated that water quite a bit in the past days. And he made the comment. He's like, you want me to talk about water? And I was like, yes, let's talk about water graphics. So that's in the interview too. It's inside. Oh, thank you, my friend. Okay, it is inside. Do you know if it's downstairs? Well, I don't have permission to go into that door. We'll loop around here. I'm sure it's... I would assumed it was at the lower levels, but... There's a lower level. I bet it's down there. Aha! Armory. Is this person on the same quest as me? Oh my gosh, they're on the same quest as me. Hilarious. Alright, there it is, her sword. Okay, I'll pick up her sword. And I will pick up her shield. Ah, look at by the way, I love that. That is just the coolest shield right there. It's very reminiscent of the elven shields in the Lord of the Rings trilogy movie at the beginning. Sir Baggins sent me a happy face in a private message. Very nice of him. We'll send him a happy face back. Is this where I link my stream? It'd be like, you're on stream. All right. So with that, we're gonna finish that part, and then yes. Anyway, I have a replica of the Elven Shield, is what I was saying, from the Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson adaptation. Those big, beautiful gold shields. They have the elves in the trilogy battle at the beginning against Sauron. I have the replica right over there on the wall. It's so cool. Now, it's made of kind of like a polyurethane, like this, so it's not super heavy. But it's still got a beautiful wooden handle, and it looks really cool. I really like it. I don't know if I've reviewed that on the channel. I really need to review that. I'll take down those shields and make reviews. I have a Gondorian one too, from the Second Age. It's not a steel one. It's a wood one. It's the second age one. Oh, Sir Baggage, you're in the chat? Oh, nice. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, thank you. Maze Lair said my Canon video was really good. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I tried to do it in a way that was fun and respectful and not like annoying. Because like nobody just wants to be preached at, you know? That's not the point. It's like I just want to like get it out where people like this is at the beginning of the video is the definition. Like it's not my thoughts. Then halfway through the video is my thoughts and opinions, and I tell you guys that on the subject and kind of how I approach it, right? How I approach the whole thing. Someone left some pretty good comments actually in the video. I need to talk to her, so let's go back up to her. I went in the wrong place. Sorry. Someone made a good comment. I normally approach it like there's like canon, right, with Tolkien wrote or whatever, and then Legends is kind of like what respects Tolkien's works but fits in. Like Lord of the Rings Online, a lot of it is Legends to me. Like it makes complete sense, like it could be canon. And then fan fiction would be something that's like very respectful of Tolkien or something that's not respectful. It could be either or. And it, you know, it might necessarily fit in with the canon, but it's kind of like fun. Sometimes it does, maybe not. That's kind of how I approach it. Someone was saying, well, what if you just did skipped Legends and just did canon and the fan fiction? I'm like, you could do that, I guess. I like the Legends bit because it's kind of like the respectful as in, it fits perfectly. Like it just works entirely, right? Talk to Carnus in the lower levels of Ost. Okay, whoops. I did not realize it was making me talk to someone else too. Alright. Oh no, I broke my leg, guys. Oh. Gandalf shall not pass says it's very satisfying when you break your leg in this game. Very dark. I'm just kidding. You need to focus principally. I'm starting the game 80 hours and I'm playing Guardian. I'm almost on book 7. Oh, nice. Good job. Is the guy down here to talk to? Oh, there's a guy back here I'm supposed to talk with. Dang it. Might I speak with you for a moment?
I am no fighter. My wife has always been the firebrand.
I might do what my son safely returned to his home. My wife has always been firebrand. She has temper enough for us both, but she matches it. Nay, she exceeds it with her martial skill. There are none more deadly in all the Green Hills with a blade than she. I am unlike my brother, you know. Durinher rode to Minas Tirith with trumpets and banners, and when he came back, he did so without his sons, for they were a fighting age. My Thorngil was not, but he has been taken away all the same, and now I must rely upon my dangerous wife to retrieve him. Do I risk losing them both? These are the thoughts that keep me awake at night, Grandal. I will remain here to oversee Penithgalen while Nuriel is away, but my thoughts will sail alongside her as she rides the waves to Umbar. I will give her a favor to carry into battle, so she knows her husband's heart goes with her. It's cool. LOTRO does a really good job of being very respectful in the way it's like, of like bringing in something that's unusual, right? Because usually it's always the guy, right, going to war, and the woman is being the supportive, awesome, you know, I'll take care of the entire kingdom kind of thing, right? But it's kind of neat sometimes with the way, I don't know, just they do it really well in LOTRO. They write it really well that like it makes sense. Like they're like it's like the exception to the rule, right? I don't know. I just thought that was really neat how he's like, I will, you know, I'll support her, but you know, she's got this, you know. Very supportive. I love that. It's really cool. All right, let's go over here. I don't exactly know how to articulate what I was trying to think there, but maybe you guys will understand. All right.
Thank you for bringing me my equipment and for speaking with my husband.
I will carry his favor into battle on behalf of our son Thorngil. Should battle prove necessary, my husband would be the first to tell you he is no fighter. But I love him all the more for it. I do our fighting for us, and without regret. Cardalolian will see the Pinnith, and when I return, I will return with our son, and only his father will celebrate more loudly and happier than I. I will await your command, and the rest of your crew at the Wave Hunter. Alright, sweet. We're almost there. We're gonna finish chapter 5.1. We're gonna do it. Alright. That's the goal, at least, right now. So I need to do the sea longing. Okay. So we need to go and find the other one. Let's see, what was it again? The quest is called The Sea Longing Lord. Oh, I know where he is. I know where he is, but let's just double check. The Sea Longing Lord. I spelled longing wrong. I'm like, what's happening? Oh, dash longing. Oh, okay. There it is. Okay. So he is in Pelagar. Okay, that's where I thought he was, but now we know. All right, let's go to Pelagar. We'll go out to the horse, and we'll take a fast travel there. And it'll be very fast. Alright. Alright, horsey! To me! Do-do-do! By the way, that's a perfect fifth from C to G on the piano. Sorry, I'll stop. I was a music major in college. In fact, I was very happy. I was doing ear training, and this is a few years ago when I was in college. And I got on LOTRO and I summoned my horse, and I was like, that sounds like a C to G on the piano. And I went over to my piano. That was right, and I was like, yes! I even knew which one. It's middle C, C4. Okay. Anyway, moving on. That's not that important. My people here who are music people will be like laughing, probably. All right, I need to go to Pelagar. All right, so I need to get to Pelagar. The fastest way I'll probably go to... I think I'll go to Lonsirion first, and then I should be able to take a fast travel to Dol Amroth, and then be able to go to Pelagar from there. You know, it's so crazy. After playing LOTRO, you feel like you're talking about places you go in, like, real life. Like it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to, like, New York, and then I'm going to go over to, like, you know, LA, and then going to go over to Texas, and then... Houston, Texas. So it feels like you're like talking about real locations.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
All right, Pelagar. Can I go straight there? I can. West Gate. Sweet. Let's do it. Oh, but he's already here. Yes, you're right. You're right. I did not catch it. Captain Prospect. Yes, that's me. You're Sir Baggins. Sir Baggy Pants? Oh, friend. I mean, I follow the Numenor Natural of Middle-earth. Written by Tolkien. It was published after Christopher Tolkien died. Yes, and I do talk about that in my video. You're waiting for me? Hello. Well, I mean, if we're both doing the same quest, we might as well just... Are we all doing the same quest? That guy looks at us like, what are you guys doing? So we need to find him at his house, which is, I believe, on the other side, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on the other side. Whee! Yeah, so, I don't know if you watched my video, Elfriend, or not on the canon, but basically, in my mind, Christopher Tolkien is... Like, if someone writes canon and invents it, Christopher Tolkien worked with his father for like 35 years and talked to him about it all the time, and his father, you know, and then he helped, basically what Christopher Tolkien said is, I'm putting my father's notes together to publish, right? So I actually consider everything Christopher Tolkien did also as part of canon, all right? So, like, in theory,
the definition of what I talk about with the definition of canon would be, you know, just Tolkien. But in this scenario with this situation, I would also consider Christopher Tolkien to be someone who did canon, because he didn't really add too much of his own stuff. He just kind of few spots here and there, and he already knew his father's story, like, because he helped talk to him all the time about it. So I consider what Christopher Tolkien did also to be in the area of, like, he is the author. Because he worked with his father for like 35 years. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like, for example, anyone else in Tolkien's family I wouldn't consider, right? Because they didn't do all that work and work with him all that time and take the interest, right? And obviously Tolkien, I'm sure, would be the first person to say, I give rights for him to put that together and change that, right? Wow, that is kind of freaky what's going on. I'm like falling to the floor there. I see that's another thing, like, I talk about it in the video, but, like, for example, a whole nother subject, Star Wars, right? People are like, oh, that's not canon, right? What Disney's doing. It's irrelevant of what they're changing. They have the rights. They own it now, right? That kind of stuff. But in the definition that I talk about with canon is, the only person who could change, edit, or fix canon is George Lucas, right? Not fix, edit, change, whatever, is George Lucas. That's it. Because he's the person who made up the world. Now, there are some other people. Star Wars is a little more complex because there's other people that he gave rights to write stories of the world, of the universe, right? Of the canon, right? So, like, these side stories that he gave permission to people to write, sure. But, like, even if you see, yes, he sold Star Wars, but clearly George Lucas disagrees with a lot of stuff they do, right? That's irrelevant. They own it. They have the rights to change things of the main chronological story. But the term canon, they technically are not changing canon. They wouldn't have the right, according to the definition of fantasy writing, okay? But the problem is canon has multiple meanings. That's what I go into in the video. It's a lot of like, wait, but this and that, right? So that's, anyway, yeah. You can watch the video if you want to know my full thoughts on it.
So what brings you back to my manor with such haste?
And by the way, this isn't me like hating on anything or whatever with Star Wars, liking whatever. Yes, I like the original stuff a lot. Some of the new stuff is fun to watch too. But again, when people are like people just throw the word canon around a lot, and they don't really fully know what it means always. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Just depends on the individual, right? And it depends on what variation of canon they're talking about. And in this point, what I argue in the video is you really should only be using the word canon with fantasy, fiction, and sci-fi in the way that the description the dictionary says for that particular subject. So that's what I talk about in the video. But again, not everybody uses it like that, and that's why there's like, woo, so many things going around in everyone's mind. You returned the tour of Gondor with the king, and so quickly. What brings you to the manor with such haste, Grandal? You tell Siragon of what befell young Thorongil of Penith-Gelen, and the mission to bring him safely back from Umbar. His eyes light up, and he eagerly grasps your hand. I will be delighted to join your crew, my friend. I confess to you that that thoughts of the sea have occupied my dreams, and even my waking thoughts have dwelt upon it, ever since I spoke with King Elisar and stepped down as the Lord of Lebanon. I have desired to sail once again. My son Faltharan will take up the charge of rebuilding the vessels of the Gondorian navy. He is already well acquainted with what must be done. I have further confession. I have already packed my trunk, hoping beyond hope that a ship would have need of an old sailor for his crew. By the valor it has come to pass. Will you bring the trunk in here for me, in the southern dining room of my manor? Yes. All right. Where is his room? That's the question. He's already packed his trunk. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. He's like, I must confess, I already packed my trunk. I really wanted to go. It's so funny because it catches a certain spark that, again, people I know in my life, there are some my older family that are so like that. They're like, I really wanted to go. Okay, I have everything ready already. You're like, wait, how do you already have everything packed? I did it like 3 days ago. You didn't even know we were going yet.
Tell me about the ship we will be sailing to Umbar.
Thank you, Grandal.
It has been too long.
It has been too long. You tell Sirgon that you know the Wave Hunter, little as it is, and he nods eagerly. Goskill of Anphalos was a mariner of great skill and ability. I knew him well, and we sailed together more than once. I believe he was, as I am, a man of the sea, but one's duty called him away from the waves, to his great regret. I remember him fondly. It is right that he, prized vessel, will bear the Umbar on the king's mission. Bear us, excuse me. My wife and son will want to speak to you. They think I am too old to be of use, but I tell you they are wrong. Okay. Let's go talk to the wife and son. All right, how are we doing here? Okay. I want to try to finish this 5.1 quest, guys, because I'm gonna have to. I need to take a break and have lunch and have a little break because I'll be back for a stream really soon.
I understand you will sail with my father to Umbar on a mission of some secrecy.
Grandal? No, I do not ask for any details. I think I have expected him to depart ever since I agreed to take over his duties as Lord of Lebanon. At least this seems to be one of the king's behalf. My mother told me privately that she feared my father might seek aboard a merchant ship and vanished in the night, just set to sail. I do think he would go so far, but it is far better than this way, I think. Do what you can to keep him safe, my friend. He is not the man he was in his youth, when he freely sailed the bays of Belfalas as the steward's commander and challenged corsair ships among the waves. Again, I'm kind of one of the people I'm thinking of right now that reminding me of this man who wants to go sailing, this older man, is my grandpa. My grandpa's been wanting to have a little ship again and be able to go sail and stuff. But we'll see. My grandma's kind of been giving the, I don't know about that, which is kind of what's going on in this story right now. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, but we had a good time. My grandpa and me we went fishing together, and our grandma camping and went fishing in a lake. It was really fun. So we did get to hang out around some boats.
He's a sailor, my Sirgon, and he has always been a sailor.
All right. He was, my husband believes he is the same man he was when he commanded the fleet of Gondor, but it is not so. Time marches onward, and while his mind is as sharp as ever, it was my Sirgon has lived long since those days. You ask Celebres if she wishes for him to withdraw your request, and she shakes her head. I do not ask this of you, for I know he can be of great help to you and King Elisar. I do not say he should remain behind, for I believe it would do him an injury, Grandal. Aye, before left behind, while others sail again on such an urgent mission, would deal him a grave hurt, perhaps his last. He is a sailor, my Sirgon, and he has always been a sailor. He must go with you. But do keep a watchful eye on him, Grandal. I do worry, even as he cannot stay. Okay. That's a pretty cool dining room spot. Look at that. It's pretty cool. You know, sometimes in LOTRO, I'm just like running around to do quests, and I forget how just cool things are to stop and look for a second, you know? And see like these really grand rooms and stuff that were all designed just for us to walk around and do a quest for 2 minutes and then leave. It's like it's a good time in a little bow there.
It will be just like the old days, when I sailed the waves and risked life and limb against the harsh elements.
It'll be just like the old days, Grandal, when I sailed the waves and risked life and limb against the harsh elements. Oh, and never feel so alive as when you stand on the deck of a ship. Any mariner will tell you so.
I will meet you beside the Wave Hunter when you are ready to depart. I look forward to meeting the rest of the crew, my friend. Together we will rescue young Thorngill, and no corsair shall prevent us, and live. You know what? I will say I actually do know what he means by the term when he says, I will meet you beside... you never feel so alive as when you stand on the deck of a ship as a mariner. So I have been on a lot of ships in the past. I've been on some big ones. I've been on some small ones. I've been on some little boats and lakes. But I've also been on the ocean. And I've been on a smaller vessel on the ocean. And we were actually in Alaska. And we went way out of the ocean. I just remember everything was foggy out in the ocean in this particular location. We went fishing, and gosh, you just catch so much up there. It's insane. When you go to Alaska fishing, it's like every fish you're pulling up like a 25-pound salmon. It's like every 2 or 3 minutes. Like, no kidding. It's ridiculous. But that's the point, is that feeling of the boat. I remember the waves were getting really bad when we were coming back, and we were in this boat that's not really that big. It's probably like a, I don't know, it was like a 20-foot boat, probably 25 foot, something like that. It was big enough that it had like a whole cabin, an area you could sit inside, and like a little under spot and stuff. But I remember we were coming back and the waves they were getting really kind of getting scary, because these waves were getting really big. We're up in Alaska, right? Even though it was a really calm day. And it was like, we're like, boom, boom. And I do remember that feeling. It's just like the wind and the sea splashing in your face, and like the waves going up and down. It's pretty exhilarating, I think is the term. Anyway, sorry, I'm done reminiscing. But yeah, and I've been on a really big ship here in Southern California, just the regular ocean, sunny day. It's fun. But there was one day, man, the waves started getting big on that ship too, and it was just like, and they're just like, that feeling is crazy. And my poor sister was not feeling so well. She was there. But thank goodness she took some Dramamine before, a lot of Dramamine. It's a good way to not get sick on cars or trains or boats. Dramamine, it's a miracle thing, guys. If you don't know about it, you need it. Look into it so you can get it over the counter. Negative Rick. Don't be negative. I'm just kidding. I'm thinking of playing this game, but I'm particularly a Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not particularly a Lord of the Rings fan. Does that make sense? Yeah, I know what you're saying. If you like classic MMOs and like really fun communities, you'll enjoy this game still, even if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan. Now, granted, I'm the kind of person, like, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you're gonna love this game with storytelling and stuff. But even that, like, just with, if you never read The Lord of the Rings, you've never watched any of the movies, you have no knowledge of Lord of the Rings, I think a large majority of people that played this game that didn't have any of that would enjoy this game. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, so with that, we need to get back and talk to Kaibar at his spot at Lon Sirion. So I'm actually going to take a fast travel to Ost, if that's all right. I'm sorry to leave you, Sir Baggins, but I'm going to fast travel because I'm kind of running out of time real quick here. I need to eat lunch before my next stream, or I'm going to be like out of it. Let's go and talk to Kaibar. I've never done this part in the story. Here we go. I've never Lon Sirion. So we just need to go. Yeah. Yes, Sir Baggage, you are correct. I saw your fellowship chat. Yeah, of course. Hopefully that gives you. Again, if you want, you just need to go to my YouTube channel, Negative Rick, and you need to just go. You can go watch like any of my streams or my LOTRO tale or whatever, you know. And I have a ton of guides on the game too if you need it, like massive amount of guides. I have them split into 4 guide playlists. There's like advanced, moderate, basic, and then we have 101 for dummies, which is a joke off the book series. It's not an insult. But I have those 4 guide playlists if you need them for LOTRO. All right. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Up, up, up we go. And down the tunnel.
Thank you guys. We got to 40 likes. I appreciate that. What's the end game like? So the end game is pretty much it's kind of I would think of the end game more along the lines that there's not like a massive amount of PvP, player versus player, player versus monster player. They have done some updates, and I loved it back in the day. I haven't played it much lately, but I don't know how often people play on it. If you do want to play with us, we've been trying to do end game stuff. You can look at my stream last night on YouTube or Twitch. It's probably recorded on there too. And then we did actually some end game stuff at the end. That we're trying to get better and better. We're creeping up to higher difficulty. We actually finished tier 2 of a 6-man yesterday, and it was really fun. And then you can see we did a 12-minute raid the day before on Friday, but we didn't do it max level. But it was just us basically learning as a group, because there's about 9 of our group, and we had 3 from another kinship join us. And then or guild, for those people who might not know what kinship. Kinship equals guild in Lord of the Rings Online. But it's really fun, as in it's kind of like a challenge to do stuff with teams with fighting these big raids instances end game. So your end game is basically you get to level 150, you're gonna try to start doing the basic stuff because you need to get your regular gear up. That's kind of like any classic MMO. And then in theory you can go out to the player versus monster player zone and fight there, depending on how many people are online. But usually a lot of people are looking at raiding groups to do like instances, and it's really, the game really knows where it excels at, and it excels at PvE, player versus the environment, because it's really challenging. And the levels you can get, like for example, if you have a group that says they did, the arena, which is one of the newer places, and they did it tier 3 or whatever, right? I don't know, can you even do arena tier 3? Like, that would be insane, because tier 2 is really hard. Let me just look. I'm curious if you can do arena at tier 3. I don't know why it's not even showing me my arenas. Let's see, Fornos. These are all the instances. Cardin Doom. I might not know it yet. I think everyone should automatically know it, though. Let me look, see my character. Maybe I have to hit level 50. I mean 150 with this character. Anyway, for example, we did this one yesterday. There's actually 5 tiers of this instance, okay? So I could only, this instance is a max level 140 instance. 12-man, that's what we did yesterday. But you can tier this, we did it tier 1. You can tier it up 2, 3, and 4. So even if you're running this at level 150, if you tier this thing up to 3 or 4, it's still gonna be probably pretty challenging. You can still die from certain mechanics pretty easily. But then there's also things that tier up all the way to 150, like for example this one, and it only has tier 1. So it just depends on the instance. There's also something called a delving system, which is separate from the tier system. And there's certain instances and things you can do to increase the difficulty to get more rewards. That's also endgame stuff. So anyway, there's some questions answered. Also, he's right above me, isn't he? I thought he was right here, K-Bar, but I guess he's above me. Like, how do I get up to the top level? He is at the top level, right? Of the library? Or did I miss the wrong one? I thought he was right here. He must not be. He must be down below. Okay, well, I'm going back down. I must have made a wrong turn. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's right here. So you just need to go left. So the main entrance, you just go in here. Don't go up the stairs. Go through this door right here. There it is. Okay.
Have you assembled a crew for the Wave Hunter?
You tell K-Bar about the crew you have recruited for the mission to Umbar, and he nods. That sounds quite capable, Grandal.
I think you have done very well, and I am glad to have been of service. I suppose it is nearly time for us to depart.
The rest of your crew must have arrived at the Wave Hunter by now.
The rest of your crew must have arrived at the Wave Hunter by now, and they surely wait for you to join them. Yes, I'm coming too. I hope that the brave men and women you have recruited will have the courage enough to spare some for me, for the aspect of the voyage fills me with, oh gosh, there's another word of the day, trepidation. I will be fine, Grando. I have to be. Lead on. And also, don't forget there's elves and dwarves with us as well. And I'm a wizard. Just kidding. Alright, travel to the Wave Hunters. So, how many, are we all still here? Let's see. I think we're going to save the Wave Hunter part when we travel to the Wave Hunter for the next stream. With doing leveling on Grandal. So probably next weekend, is my guess for that. So with that, my friends, I think we're going to end it here right now. Go there. Then, yeah, if you're someone who really likes PvE, then you would really like LOTRO, because the PvE scene is really, really awesome. Again, it used to be PvP was super, super hardcore and lots of players. It's not quite as much anymore because the Standing Stones team really focused more on PvE because that's what the game really excels at. But it doesn't mean there's no player versus monster player or PvP. It is a thing in the game. It's just you have to know what times and groups get on to play that, right? It's not like you could just get on any time of day and there's, 100 people playing in that mode, right? That's kind of what you have. You can, like, certain times that you join in. And there's a PvP zone in Osgiliath, and then there's obviously the original, which is the Entomors out here. Again, I had so many hundreds of hours playing in this back level 50 and 60. It was a lot more active with PvP, but there's still people that play it. And you have to depend on the server. But if you do want to play PvE a lot, and you want to play with us and our kinship, we're on the server CrickHollow. So keep that in mind, everybody. With that, thanks to my wonderful Patreons. Thank you, Rev, for being a Royal Guardian. And thank you guys for all your support. Likes and subscribes. It means a lot. Or follows. Or whatever it is on the other ones. Again, you get some extra little goodies and bonus points if you do want to help me and support me on Patreon. I do this full time now. But no obligation. Liking, subscribing, all the free stuff, that helps tremendously too. Thank you so much. Means a lot. And I will see you guys in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. All right. Yeah, we gotta do some Battle for Middle-earth testing. This is true. All right, guys, stay happy, my friends. Baruch Hazard Kuzar menu. Thank you for being here, my valiant clan, and I'm at your service and your families. As always, Zollin Ironshield here on Voice of the Rings. See you in the next stream, guys, in like an hour, or whatever you're watching this. See ya.